To say that Moses Caicedo is furious, I think is an understatement. The individual is finally speaking out, and Ben Jacobs gives us the full breakdown. Let's get it. Welcome to the Kavkas View. This is the channel that your favorite show calls their favorite show. Simple as that. Let that ponder on your mind. But in today's video, we are going to be breaking down the story. The Moises Caicedo saga is getting hotter and hotter, and hopefully it's coming to the termination point where his camp now is releasing some interesting information that I think every one of you wants to know. Romelu Lukaku, on the other hand, I have no clue what's going to happen with him, but we have got more information where Romelu's basically cut all ties. Bridges are burnt. Fire extinguishers aren't going to work. The drones that put water on fires aren't going to work. I don't know what Rom wants at this moment in time. We've got Armando Broja news about his future. Some of you are going to be happy, some of you are going to be a little bit mad. Don't worry about that. And RJ, Captain King Reece James, is going to be in LA or wherever we are at this moment in time in the US. I think we're in Philadelphia, and yes, he's going to be there, he's going to play, and he's fully fit. Thank you, God. Now let's get into this video and let's break this down. You right there, listen, we've been trying to get 29,000 for a minute now. Help me out. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Like, make sure other people see. Number two, subscribing just pushes the video to other people even more. And finally, if you actually really want to help, share this content on Twitter, share this with your mum, share this with your dad, share this with your friends, share this with anyone, okay? I'm looking at the shares numbers, you lot have started lacking recently. Come on, help me out. Now, let's move on with the videos. The Moises Caicedo deal is one that is very dividing and very polarizing. And I'm going to be very brutally honest with you guys. Anyone saying he's not worth £100 million is deluded. And the reason I'm going to say it is because Enzo Fernandes, 105. Declan Rice, 105. Paulinho from Fulham to West Ham, Fulham are asking for £80 million. Decore from Palace to Liverpool, they're asking for £70 million. So if you don't think that there's a new barrier stand, a new benchmark for centre midfielders, then I don't know what you're thinking. What, you thought Brighton are just going to give him away for £80 million? Most probably will be close to that figure, but if I'm Brighton, I'm asking for £100 million. From the player's perspective, he's furious. The players' camp is coming out with Ben Jacobs, and they're saying he's absolutely furious because he doesn't believe he's worth £100 million. I think he's deluded. I really do. I think he's underselling himself. He thinks he's worth a lot less. He thinks he's worth close to the €80 million mark that Aurelien Tchouameni joined Real Madrid from Monaco from. And this, for me, is very interesting because a year ago, I would have said I agree with that. I would have said, you know what, he's a very talented kid. That's what he's worth to Brighton, so why not? But now, there's a new barrier, there's a new standard, there's a new benchmark. And when the transfer fees inflate for other players, what do you think is going to happen to the corresponding players that are going to be looking for a move? And what has Caicedo done so far? Caicedo has told De Zerbi and senior individuals within the Brighton hierarchy, this is confirmed by Ben Jacobs, that he wants to go. He is furious. He's tired of this getting dragged on. He wants to join Enzo Fernandes in that midfield. He wants to be a Chelsea player. He wants to be at Chelsea Football Club. Brighton can push all the propaganda they want out. Alright, Caicedo hugging De Zerbi, Caicedo coming out for training, Caicedo wanting to come out. No, I don't care what you say. At this moment in time, it's evident the number of sources that are close to the player that are coming out and saying he wants to leave is ridiculous. What I find bizarre is that there are going to be negotiations over the weekend. The two clubs are playing each other, and they're playing each other tomorrow night, I think. So Saturday evening US time, Sunday morning for Chelsea time, 12 o'clock, so London, England time. But the reality is, I don't think this deal gets resolved anytime soon. Chelsea have bid €70 million. They're going to try push it up to, or £70 million, sorry. They're going to try push it up to close to 80. I don't know what Brighton are going to do, but 100 million, I think, is what they're going to stay tied to unless we give him Levi Cole, which I think we should not do under no circumstances. I think Levi Cole will stay at Chelsea. I think Caicedo should come to Chelsea, and Brighton need to stay in their lane because I'm sick and tired of them. Now, let's move on to the next one. Now it's time to keep up with our favorite show, Keeping Up with Romelu Lukaku, right? Listen, some people like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, some people like 90210, some people like Desperate Housewives, and we have Keeping Up with Romelu Lukaku because Romelu Lukaku's life is a soap opera. The guy, one day is dating Megan Thee Stallion, the next day he's telling people on the internet that, oh, I love Inter, I'm never going to join Juventus. Then Juventus don't want him because their fans are rioting outside the stadium, and now he's got a £50 million bid for Chelsea from Al Hilal to come take him. But He doesn't want it for the next 2 years, earning 60 million. So the club have now increased their offer that they're willing to offer. They're offering him 60 million euros across 2 years. It's a 2-year contract for Romelu Lukaku. He's not interested. He wants a Serie A move. Reports in Italy are saying that Lukaku is still not interested. Juventus are not interested in him. He is not a priority. This is an Allegri-driven priority signing. Allegri wants the entity that is Juventus, the board, the transfer individuals, the people that sign him, the directors of football. They're not interested in Romelu Lukaku. This is driven by Massimiliano Allegri. When it comes to Inter Milan have been offended. They've given Thuram the number 9 shirt. That's Romelu's shirt. The number 9 shirt is Romelu's shirt. Yet, I think Lukaku's most probably going to take the 99 if he goes back there. I don't see him going back there because I don't see Inter's Ultras allowing it to happen. This saga is going to continue, but I don't know where it ends. I saw someone say something very interesting. At what point does he need to sit down with Pochettino and we actually think about, why don't we just keep him? Like for the year, why don't we just actually keep him? Try get him to buy in. Try get him to be the target man for us for next year. Try get him to do that role. I say, I don't do it. I think Lukaku gets goals in this team. I really do. I think a well-oiled Lukaku to the point where Lukaku wants to play football is a very good player. The problem is I think too much bad blood has happened between Chelsea, him, his agent, and Chelsea. And the problem here is I don't trust Lukaku. Lukaku is the type of guy, he'll leave your house at 7 o'clock at night. He's all cool. You guys are best friends. Tomorrow morning, he ain't chatting to you. He's not turning up to training. He's got a little hissy fit. He doesn't want to talk to you. And Rom, what happened? Woke up wrong side of the bed. I don't want to come training today. That's the type of person Lukaku is. That interview told me everything I needed. That interview, anti-Chelsea interview that he done when he played for Chelsea under contract 3 months later, told me he can wake up in the morning and just have a split decision that I don't want to be here today. I don't want to take that risk. That interview derailed our season. We were top of the league or close to it at that moment in time. And Lukaku did that thing and the tires came off the car. That's literally what happened. At the moment, I don't know what's going to happen. One thing we do know, and this is coming from Jacob Steinberg, or whatever his name is, Steinberg. Sorry if I butchered your name, Mr. Journalist. We know you're very reputable when it comes to West Ham, and Armando Broja wants to stay at Chelsea and doesn't want to join West Ham. The player believes he can get himself a first-team football at Chelsea. He believes that there's a massive opportunity to break through, and also believes that there's a pathway for him to become the #1 striker. And I think this is beautiful hearing. Like, if you sit down and kick back and listen, we got Nicholas Jackson. He's going to be playing up top. A lot of us don't know much about him. Armando Broja most probably doesn't know much about him, seen him in training and said, you know what? I can take this guy. Like, yes, he's a good player, but I'm a good player. And guess what? I'm dynamic. And guess what? I have the ability to shoot from long range. And guess what? I can score goals in this league as well. Look, the reality is, Nicholas Jackson has only scored, I think, 9 goals or 12 goals last year. And Broja's best season at Southampton, where he was off the bench impact, was 6-7 goals. So the gap between those two is not too big. But, and this is a big but, we might have to experiment with these two till the summer. And next year, when we're hopefully in the Champions League, we can re-up and go and get a proper #9, unless one of the two make that position their own. So the reality is, let's be patient. No knee-jerk reactions. Nothing silly, as in go and throw some stupid money on somebody that's going to be a stopgap, like a Vlahovic. I don't need that. I need something that is reliable, something that's going to be concrete, and something that's going to be a pivotal point in our future and a building. That's my personal opinion. Let me know yours in the comments below. After all the doom and gloom that we've been seeing recently with Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile, and other footballers, I'm actually really happy that the one and only Reece James is not injured. He's fully fit. He's flown out to America. He's in Philadelphia with the squad. He trained today. We've got pictures of him training from Chelsea's TikTok and Chelsea's Instagram. They are actually like showing us behind the scenes like of them engaging between Reece James and Mauricio Pochettino. Someone got a picture of Reece James at an airport. We knew he was flying out there. This is good news for me. Like, I'm telling you now, Reece James makes us a better team. Reece James is arguably one of the few world-class players we have in this team. At the moment, I would argue that we don't have a world-class player. The close players that we have to world-class is Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, Thiago Silva, potentially. He may have fallen off at this moment in time due to like age, because you don't know what you're expecting from him. Hopefully, he's still at the level. And then that's it, slim pickings from there. Like, we are literally pulling on hairs. Some people will argue Christopher Nkunku is, Raheem Sterling is. I don't think so, personally. But it is what it is. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you lot enjoyed the content. In the comments below, let me know, right? How you enjoying the content? Is there anything I can do to improve the content? What do you guys want to see going forward in the future? I think it's getting to the point now where in the pinned comment, I have my Instagram. In the DM, go and follow me and message me. What would you like for me to add to this channel? Like, how would you want me to take this channel to the next level? Because the reality is we're growing, but we're not growing as quick as I want us to grow. And if I can deliver more content that you guys want to see, the longer you guys watch, the more likely it is that more people are going to come. And I'm always all for the community. Like, if you guys want me to do something, and I think that's a great idea, I'm going to enjoy doing that. Why not for me to produce content that you're going to enjoy even more? Because I know you guys enjoy it, because you make it this far. If you made it this far, you definitely enjoyed the content. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. Like I said, 30K is something we're aiming for, and I want to do it ASAP. So can you help me out? Subscribe now.